Mundaka local. So this is going to be one to watch, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the first wave from Taylor Knox.
There you go, Taylor off the top. He's going to be spending this first wave just getting himself ready for the heat. Yeah, kind of comes undone. It went into the deep spot out there.
Right behind him. Oh, I thought he was going to go on that one, but no, that section peeling off down the line for Hodei Collazo.
Man, you know, there is another really, really big set brewing outside right now. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll see, first of all, a couple of smaller ones, like this one that Hodei's riding right now. He's going to just work away at this. It looks like it might shut down on him. I don't know if he'll keep going with this or go for a big re-entry. There you go. Nice work from Hodei. But he is going to wear the brunt of a solid set that's coming pouring around the corner here at Mundaka. She's back, man, and she's really angry. She didn't. I reckon Mundaka didn't like the criticism she copped this morning.
No, definitely not. Yeah, you insulted her, and
everyone insulted her.
But she took her time coming to the party.
It wasn't just me, man. Come on.
No, I was actually speaking to the people out in the internet, writing in their horrible little, why are we running in such mediocre conditions?
Yeah, well, now you know why. Look, Taylor Knox turning, taking off solid 5 or 6 foot wave here for Taylor. It's a long one. I don't reckon
this one
he's got Buckley's and making this, but he pulls in anyway. Great, bold move there from Taylor Knox, getting totally shut down and hammered. The one outside just roping down that sandbar. Man.
Well,
Mundaka is so wide awake right now.
Finally coming to life, no doubt. People are wondering, what does it look like when it's really firing here? And we were talking of La Jolla reversed or Indonesian or Fijian left-hand reef breaks. And right now, just looking like the queen of the coast here in the northeast corner of Spain, Euskadi, the Basque Country.
Oh, yeah. Well, there you go, opening rides for Taylor and Hodei, and we're looking at heat number 3 coming up next. Tom Whitaker and Hira Torino Tufa.
It's going to be another barn burner.
And heat number 4, a ripper, Dean Morrison versus Luke Egan. And now we're going to cross over to the winner of the last heat in the red jersey, Kelly Slater with our mate GT. Take it away, mate.
Good luck, GT.
Okay, well, we're having a conversation. Me and Kelly are having conversations. First of all, welcome to Mundaka, Kelly. The race kind of got good just when you got out there.
Yeah, it kind of turned on just before my heat. Right when I got up here, they said the biggest set of the day came in the beginning of the heat before mine. So there's some waves. I could have been more patient, a little more selective, but got a few.
It's elusive, though, huh? Here we go. We have red with the powder right here. Kelly, take us through. No, that's not going to go. Okay, so talk to me, though. It's a little elusive out there, though, to get those good ones.
It is. It's tough because the waves have been so scarce, and when a little one pops up, it doesn't look like it's going to close out. You want to go, and there were quite a few really good waves in that heat. Like my first wave I took off, it was no good. The next 3 were just perfect barrels, and I was lucky that Corey didn't hook into one of those. I mean, the waves were out there to win the heat, and neither of us really got them.
And so, what have you been doing around the event? Because I know that the first round heat that you had, you were still in France. So what's been happening with you? What you been doing?
Well, in all honesty, that first round I really didn't think it was going to run because the day before was bigger.
God, look at that!
Somebody on that thing?
Okay, oh
my gosh.
Who's red in this heat? I missed it because I was chasing you around. Oh, Taylor. Okay, you have to call it.
That's my boy right there. Go to it! Oh! He's too far inside. He's going to barrel over him. I was just saying in that first heat, they only ran 2 heats the day before when it was bigger, and I really just made a bad judgment call, and I was in France, and by the time I knew or had the idea they were going to run my heat, it was too far to get here, so missed it. I just chalked it up as a loss.
And so now, I mean, you generally have a target on your back, not to say the wrong thing, but do you feel a bigger target on your back now that you could potentially close this thing out here?
A little bit, but it's an exciting time because Mick and Joel have just started peaking. Andy, he didn't have great form in the beginning for him, but he started to surf really well. Get into his form, and Taj's been kind of blazing all year. So, it sort of feels like everyone's kind of on right now. Of those guys, I've been the one that's been a little off the last contest. I don't feel like I surfed great. I got a good result, but I didn't feel like I really ever hit my stride in that contest, so sort of hoping to do that here.
What does it take for you to hit your stride? I mean, where's the mark? Here we go, red up and running. Oh, Taylor, no. What does it take for you to hit your stride at these things? I mean, you kind of climb the mountain once or twice. Maybe 7 times.
You know what? It's just relaxing, really. That's the biggest thing. I mean, I find when my mind's thinking about other things, or I'm trying to trying to surf, trying to win, trying to when I'm not thinking about it, when I forget about all that, I seem to surf my best, and I see what the ocean's doing, and I follow that, and if you can't do anything else. It's like what the ocean gives you, you use, and it's really whoever uses it the best in that amount of time.
Okay, now off all the important stuff. Okay, so you figure your brother's got to be watching right now, right?
I don't know.
It's about like
Sean
3 a.m.
Sean might be up. I think Steven's probably sleeping. My mom might be listening somewhere out there.
All right, well, Kelly, good luck on your event here, and well done on that last heat win.
All right, thanks, buddy.
All right, Kelly Sloter, a man of many words. Not as many of me, of course. But anyways, Kelly, you can leave now, okay? Come and beat it. Back up to the tower. Yeah, hey, don't be even eyeballing that stuff.
Probably feeling there that he does owe the public a bit of an explanation and coming clean with it. And in typical Kelly form, he's always very like,
always
crap. You guys need to know, and I'm going to tell you. Moving right on, though, into round number 3, the defending world champion, and he seems to have a pretty good assessment of his opposition too. All those surfers he named are indeed in excellent form, and from what I saw of Kelly in that heat, for sure not anywhere near his peak right now.
No,
but,
definitely not.
He's
like he said in France, he felt like he surfed well, but just wasn't 100%, and maybe he's brought that with him down here to Mundaka, still having an easy time with Corey Arambidi. Meanwhile, out the back, Hodei Collazo.
Here he goes, young Hodei, blazing down the line. He's already got a 4.17. He's going to be winning this heat after this ride, I think. Nice turn there from Hodei and finishing down the line. Looks like there's a bit of a set approaching now, though. Taylor is going to get his share. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a really nice big solid wave out of this set. This is coming rolling out of the Bay of Biscay. Taylor Knox, the surfer in red. Having a look at this first wave.
Yeah, this one.
Is he going to go it?
Could be perfect. It's lining up really nicely for him. Straight. He's looking for the tube, and he's still in there. Can he make it out?
No.
That's clipped him.
He's history, mate. That thing just took off.
Yeah. I gave him an extra second or two just because he's from California,
Yeah, of course you did. But I'll tell you what, that set, and along with that one, there's been a couple of others that have done this. I think sending a message to the guys in upcoming heats, especially the goofy foot surfers in the next couple of heats. Wait for wave 3 or 4. Don't go to the first one, because it's the second, third, fourth wave they get progressively cleaner and bigger and heavier, and that's where you're going to get the tube riding points.
This one illustrating that perfectly, Nick Carroll.
Well, that's right. Frustrated Taylor goes the 4th wave of that set after bombing out in the first one. Off the top and kicks out. And again.
Right behind.
Yeah. Wave choice, everything right now
wave
at Mundaka.
Selection absolutely crucial, as being proved to us right now by Taylor Knox. And Hodei Collazo currently with a 4.17 and a 5.0. 2 medium scores that he's put on the board by just taking the kind of in-betweeners, getting a couple scores under his belt. But he's going to have to turn around and get out the back and get some good to excellent wave scores, because Taylor sitting on a 3 and a 2.3 right now, but with 16 minutes remaining, you couldn't imagine him having either of those scores in his scoreline at the end of the heat.
No, be most shocked, and if he does, then he'll probably bow out with the realization he just totally didn't match it,
Yeah.
But this spot today, Mundaka, you heard Kelly say it after his last heat. There's waves out there to win a heat. Nobody in the first heat got one of those waves so far. I think nobody's really got one of the winning waves in this heat either, really.
No, definitely not, especially since it's really cleaned up. I think we've seen the best waves of those sets go through unridden. I
can see Hodei racing into the lineup right now as another set comes around the corner. Will Hodei Collazo get himself into the spot in time for this set? He's not going to be the first one, that's for sure.
Well, this is where local knowledge could very well come into play, Nick, because Hodei has actually come out of the lineup and used the rip to paddle himself around the back and straight onto the peak without having to battle the currents to make his way back up through the channel. And so he'll have saved himself a little bit of energy, and he'll have made it out the back a bit quicker, and he's in place, it looks like, for this first wave of what could be another 5 to 6 wave set.
Oh, there's at least one really solid wave in this set. Hodei, looking at that one, lets it go. The bigger one behind it looks like it's the real deal, man.
Taylor having a look here at this insider, and Hodei definitely in position for, oh no, could be 2 inside for the one out the back.
I don't know, man. He can go this if he wants it.
He's
going
it as Taylor gets eaten on the inside.
Hodei Collazo now racing down the line. This wave is lining up for him. He can make it with a bit of acceleration. Is he going to go up high and go the big off the top? No.
He's
he
looking
trims
for
around the bottom. And he gets taken down by
a little bit of chop out there on the face.
The Mundaka Wolf.
Yep, most definitely.
Got hold of him.
And definitely showing his good local knowledge, though. Used the rip to go all the way out the back of the peak. Perfect positioning from takeoff, and he was just waiting for it to barrel, but there might be a little bit too much water already on all but the biggest ones out here for that tube section to really open up and throw like it needs to, especially for the surfers on their backhand.
Yeah, you could be right, mate. I'd certainly understand a little bit of care and attention being paid by the surfers out here at Mundaka. They're still getting this sandbar wide. It's the first day of this event where Mundaka's really shown a little bit of its true form. Hodei Collazo just getting a little inside wave there and
cover up and a backside re-entry on the off the end section.
I reckon he's going to probably get hold of the jet ski and come back around and follow Taylor Knox out.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And where is Taylor actually right now?
Taylor got the ski, mate.
Back. He got on the ski. Okay.
He's not out the back yet,
his way around.
And we're going to see a couple of empty waves pull through the lineup right now.
So a 2.37 for that last one of Taylor. He still needs a 6.17. 13 minutes remaining. Looks like kind of average, fair to average wave score coming in for the last of yellow. Hodei Collazo. So Hodei's still out in front with a 5.0 and a 4.17. Taylor with a 3.0 and a 2.37, just looking for a 6.17, but I'm sure he's going to want to get a lot more than that if he can. So Bruce Irons with his backside pig dog to off the lip combo, wave of the event so far with a 9.67 at the end of round 1. Pancho Sullivan got a nice filthy backside tube as well. Followed up with a couple off the lips and off the lip re-entry for a 9.0. So those have been pretty much the 2 waves of today to go along with Parco's 9.57 and Fanning's 9.5 from earlier on during the waiting period, but still round 1. And here we go, a little replay of Hodei Collazo.
Well, here we go. This is Hodei's little pig dog pull in there. Got squeezed down the face inside the barrel. Managed to claw his way back up, which was pretty cool in itself. Comes round, and he's just going to go up and do a fairly simple turn off that foam. Not a big score, 3.27.
3.27. Well, really on the end section of the wave, Nick, so
that's right.
Couldn't give him too much more than that.
But he's hanging on to his lead, man. Taylor's still trying to get something above a 3, which he hasn't managed yet.
Well, as you guys say down in the southern hemisphere, he's having a bit of a shocker right now. 6.17 should be nothing for Taylor. Well, here he is out the back having a look at this one. What's he going to do for us?
He's going to pull in again. I don't know how this is going to work out for him. It's gone away from him again.
Well, this is it. As you repeated earlier today, if you don't keep a close eye on the conditions really can change dramatically even in a 15-minute period out here. So whereas guys were getting absolute shacks straight off the peak about a heat and a half ago, now it really looks like it's only the biggest ones that are offering up that potential tube section from the top, and then it's just kind of clipping at the end of that first section. So if you were Taylor, Nick, would you be changing your strategy here, or what would be going through your mind right now as Taylor paddles for this one?
If I were Taylor, I wouldn't be wasting too much time with waves that didn't offer him an 8-point score. Taylor needs to get a big score right now. He's trailing by 6.17. That's what he needs to get into the lead. But in reality, he needs to make the next scoring wave count for a lot, man. He needs to get right out ahead of Hodei Collazo and turn the pressure back on top of him and say to Hodei, okay, you're the guy who needs a 7 or 8 point ride now.
Not me.
Not me anymore.
I'm the one in the top 10.
That's right.
So
Wake up yourself.
Do you think he should be hunting tubes right now, or should he be going for ones that offer more of a face and just go do his Taylor Knox big backside wax off the top?
Well, you know what I'd be doing? I'd be obeying what the lineup's saying, and the lineup's saying right now, catch the third wave of the set. Don't catch the first one, you know.
And then just see what it
Wait
does.
for a heavy set to come through and catch the third or fourth wave of it, because that's the wave with a clean face. That's the wave that's going to offer a chance of a barrel, and that's the wave that's going to give you the best chance of making it down into the second
next two sections.
section down the end there. We can do some big moves to finish it off. Yeah, I think just going for the one-off wave that comes through by itself right now is kind of a recipe for disaster in this heat and in the heats to come. I suspect you're going to want to concentrate on the on the later waves in the set.
As there's less and less tubes and more open face to work with. So 9 minutes remaining in this one. We got some celebrity shouts out to Taylor Knox coming in from Axel Poporte, our 2-time World Extreme Snowboard Champion. And a quick buzz for Axel, new film coming out called Lines that hopefully will be amongst the films in contention for the next Sundance Film Festival. And a little personal shout back from both of us to Mr. Terry Baker down there on the Gold Coast. Terry, love to have you online with us. Hope everything's good with you, mate. Meanwhile, back in the water, who's got a priority out there, Nick?
Right now, priority is held by Hodei, yeah. He's hanging on to priority, and you can see Taylor move back in. And look, you know, I gave Taylor the hint, man. I guess he didn't hear me, but he's going to go. He's decided that like a 6 is better than nothing. He just wants to try and get some kind of wave score, and he's not going to get it on that one.
And with Hodei holding priority, he knows that Hodei's probably going to try for the best wave of the set out the back if it does come through. So
totally, and you know that when a good set does come, it does look like there's a fairly solid set about to approach the competition area. Hodei Collazo is the man in the spot. He's leading the heat. He has uncontested wave priority right now. Let's see just how much he's figured out about the lineup in the last 20 minutes.
Well, he is a local surfer from this very break of Mundaka, so maybe Taylor should actually be sitting on Hodei and letting him show him the spot. And then as soon as he uses his priority, Taylor can go on the next one or pip one from right under his nose.
Hodei's kind of having a look at this wave. It's the second wave of the set. I think he's going to go it. Here he goes. Hodei Collazo up and running. He does the pig dog stall, comes down, up for a top turn. Now tries to accelerate and get ahead of it. Nice floater there from Hodei, but that's all that she wrote on that one. Taylor Knox now paddling his way back into the lineup. Surely Taylor must have seen the recipe for success right then. That third wave of the set pouring past him as he paddled out.
Definitely.
That must have woken him up to something. That was a potentially winning ride, that one, Dave Mailman. All the way down the sandbar.
Exactly. You're all watching a shot of our water photographers and cameramen while we were watching that perfect third wave of the set peel down the sand bottom point here in the Mundaka estuary, the river mouth of the Urdabai. And Taylor Knox with priority now out the back, 6 minutes and 25 seconds remaining, and an extremely low scoring heat. Actually, here's the replay of Hodei's last wave.
That's right. Well, you saw him pull the stunt double there. He went down and he thought it was going to be a barrel. He sort of pigged off the takeoff. Then he realised it wasn't going to, and he goes up to this beautiful floater, which many of our regular foot surfers have done with great facility today so far. They've been really landing the floaters off the lip, and I think that gives you an indication of the totally bitchin' transition there, is it, Mundaka? You know, the curve in the bottom half of the wave is so cool.
It's great to throw it up in the lip, but you have to do it with speed if you want to make it over that section, which the best guys have been doing today. Unfortunately for Hodei, that turned into a little floater re-entry as that section peeled away from him.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, Hodei's not got much to complain about right now. He's leading the heat, holding a lead over Taylor Knox of the USA. Taylor is the one under pressure right now. He needs a 6.17 to take the lead. And sure, you would think Taylor Knox get a 6.17 in his sleep pretty much.
Should be a piece of cake. But
he's been going after that 6.17 for 6 waves, and he hasn't got it yet.
Entirely.
So, man,
And he's actually 9 waves into his 15-wave max, 5 minutes remaining. Taylor hasn't managed to break 3 points so far.
Well, he won't get caught up in the maximum wave thing, but he may well get caught up in the incorrect selection of a set wave thing.
Definitely.
Which happens. Tide continues to move in over this sandbar here at Mundaka. Still plenty shallow enough for the set waves, but the ones in between
are getting fewer and fewer.
They're getting a bit thinner now. They're
fewer and farther between.
They're drifting all the way over the sandbar without breaking now the smaller waves. And look at Taylor. He's going the smaller one. Up and riding. Here he goes. Taylor Knox going for a 6.17. It's going to take 3 or 4 of those turns to get that kind of score out here.
And he has to make it past the section first.
Boom, really nice floater, but he doesn't get the last move in, and I think, man, that's
going to be...
I doubt very much.
It's going to be close, but I doubt it as well, Nick.
I doubt very much whether the judges are going to award him a 6.17 for that ride.
He would have had to make at least 1 more section, get 2 more maneuvers in there, and even then, it was just nothing critical about that one, really.
And almost with irony, the Mundaka Wolf chiefess herself offers up a perfect set of waves now. After Taylor's vacated the lineup, the set comes that he might have liked to have caught. Maybe not these first 2 waves, but
hard
once
to be
again,
patient out there, isn't it?
Man, number 3 of the set. Look at this wave. It's standing up. It's coming through Hodei Collazo by himself in the lineup, paddling out to the takeoff spot.
Perfect position.
Oh, maybe not. He's forced to let it go
away from him.
But you took that one from the outside, you would have made it right through that section. There was like
gotten a little cover up and maybe made it around that. Yeah, definitely all the way to the end on that one if he had been in the right spot. And having said that, he just sits there instead of paddling all the way back out to the peak. Though once again, he does have priority, so...
Yeah, why sweat, man?
Yeah. Meanwhile, Taylor catches a little ride back out to the lineup. There's a shot of some of the local boys and girls here in the VIP area at the Billabong Pro Mundaka 2006. Once again, we are in round number 2, heat number 2 in yellow. Our local Basque wildcard Billabong Europe team rider Hodei Collazo is out in front of the Carlsbad kid Taylor Knox in the red singlet. 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Taylor 6-0 on his last wave, Nick. So the judges were...
But I'll tell you what,
generous with him, but he still needs a 3.17.
It did close the gap considerably there. Taylor Knox closing the gap now. Not in the lead yet, but he has put himself in a potential winning position now. Taylor paddling into the lineup behind a fairly solid set of waves coming through, ladies and gentlemen. Something heavy hitting the Mundaka out of sandbar. Taylor's a bit deep for it,
he's
though.
going to take the first one out, not on the head, but almost. And Hodei still a little too far down the point.
Oh, man. It's a very, very tense heat in the closing minute or so. 2 minutes.
2 minutes remaining, and this is where every little thing they do counts.
Well, Taylor had to let that one pass. He was just a little bit too far behind the section. He is actually in the golden takeoff spot, but he's paddling down off it toward Hodei.
There's lines on their way in. There's a little close-up shot of Hodei Collazo.
Well, Hodei, most of all, probably kind of wants to steer clear of Taylor right now. He knows that if he can hang on for the next minute and a half, he's going to have this heat in the bag. He's also got priority, so it's really down to him to catch the next wave. And if Taylor goes one, then Hodei can
just drop in.
Yeah, all Hodei's got to do is drop in, and he's going to smack Taylor's bum. So really, he's trying to, I think, probably steer a little bit clear of Taylor Knox right now. Taylor, on the other hand, knows that his only chance is to get a wave that Hodei can't catch. And who knows what kind of wave that'll be. Here's a set approaching the contest zone right now.
1 minute remaining, ladies and gentlemen. 1 minute for Taylor Knox. Once again, looking for a 3.17. And as you said, Nick, another set rolling into the arena here.
I wonder if Hodei's going to be tempted into catching this wave by Taylor's inside paddle.
No, he knows it's going to close out.
Taylor's gone. He's up and riding. This is his box and dice here. And it's not going to happen for him.
Not going to make it around that foam ball. 35 seconds remaining. Now, having said that, he's positioned himself in the channel on the last section of the wave. He could easily do 2 turns if he picks one up down the end here.
And with bitter irony, once again, Mundaka
24 seconds, and look at the set.
Man, Mundaka's just laying down the track here for everybody to watch. Beautiful long lefts here. And Hodei Collazo paddling wide. I don't know if he's not even going to bother
10
with that one.
seconds remaining.
And the outside, probably the best wave of the heat comes through unridden.
And that is it. There you go, the local Basque fans cheering on our local